If you sign your kids up for a standard coding class today, you are preparing them for an economy that will likely no longer exist by the time they graduate. A Reddit user named Russo Barriga, who has spent 20 years shipping software, recognized this shift. He realized that artificial intelligence fluency is no longer an optional skill. It is the absolute baseline for entering the workforce. So instead of enrolling his 10 and 13-year-old children in another theoretical computer science course, he pulled them out and drafted them as his official startup co-founders. The philosophy was straightforward. They were going to build and launch a real product. No whiteboards and no hypothetical exercises. They would learn exactly how software gets made and distributed by doing it themselves. Navigating an economy driven by AI requires getting your hands dirty and building things immediately, rather than passively studying them. Before writing a single line of code, the family started by studying social media algorithms. They needed to see exactly what types of content deliver actual value to users and capture widespread attention. This diagram shows the custom AI video pipeline they built to test those ideas. They started with ChatGPT at the top to handle all of the ideation and script writing, which then branches out into specialized processing tools. From there, the text flows into the visual generation arm. They used Midjourney and NanoBanana to refine the images, and then piped those assets into Kling, Runway, and HeyGen to generate the actual video footage. Simultaneously, the audio gets processed through 11 Labs, Suno, and Minimax to create voiceovers and soundscapes. Everything then funnels down into a single finished video. By rapidly testing different outputs from this pipeline, they found specific video formats that consistently performed well and actually helped people. This validated a clear audience for an educational app. Identifying a high-performing content format and validating your niche ensures there is a real market waiting for you before you commit the resources to build the software. With the content strategy proven, the family moved into phase 2, building the mobile app itself to house their educational content. A moment of wonder. But they did not hire an engineering department, and they did not write traditional code. Instead, they used Claude Code as their primary engineering tool. Claude Code is an AI agent that operates in a computer's terminal, acting as an autonomous development partner to write and edit software architecture directly. Working alongside this AI, the family worked through prompts, continually testing, breaking, and refining the app's structure in real time until it functioned perfectly. The technical barrier to entry for software creation has collapsed. You no longer need to memorize syntax. The defining skill is your ability to systematically iterate and solve problems. Phase 3 was distribution. They took their fully functioning AI content engine and pointed it directly at the finished app. They started with a strict account warm-up rule. For the first 2 to 3 days on a new TikTok account, they manually searched and watched, liked, and saved niche content, so the platform's algorithm registered them as genuine humans rather than bots. Once established, the kids took over the daily execution, editing 1 video per day in CapCut. Every single post was designed to drive traffic straight to a direct App Store link in their profile bio. This diagram illustrates the enterprise-grade tracking stack they implemented to monitor the pipeline. They used Amplitude to measure user behavior, AppsFlyer to track the app installs, and RevenueCat to process the transactions. As you can see here, organic social media functions as a wide, leaky funnel. You cannot perfectly control the audience, but the massive volume of free traffic makes it an incredibly effective engine for lean startups. Today, that family operation runs a TikTok account with over 6,000 followers, and multiple videos have achieved millions of views. This line chart tracks their bottom-line financial results, climbing steadily to show over 40 paying users, generating a verified $230 in monthly recurring revenue. $230 a month will not buy a private island, but the money is not the primary point. The true return on investment is the knowledge gained. Through this single hands-on project, a 10 and 13-year-old now possess a practical understanding of AI tooling, enterprise analytics, and product distribution that eclipses most adults currently in the workforce. Credit to Russo Barriga from the R Side Hustle subreddit for sharing this blueprint. If you want a deeper dive into the exact tools they used, head over to HustleGrower.com. Subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments, what app would you build?